Yeah, and you're talking about settlement and trade in a massive way. I mean, this is, are you worried about hacking? Are you worried about people breaking in? Because this is one of the big concerns people still have in terms of being copied, hacked, or banned. I mean, some people I know have had their Coinbase accounts hacked and take Bitcoin stripped from them, right, along the way. So,
well, I
and
mean,
there's no central bank protecting you here.
Bitcoin's the most secure database, secure network in the world, and in the first 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you couldn't be sure, but after 12 years, it has not been hacked. The risk, the cybersecurity risk, is at the layer 2 level with Bitcoin banks.
Yep.
Square is a Bitcoin bank. Coinbase is a Bitcoin bank. Mt. Gox was a Bitcoin bank. So there'll be 100,000 of these mobile apps and websites sitting on top of the underlying Bitcoin. They all have their own attack surfaces, and they range from simple password on a web browser down to like triple factor authentication hardware wallets. And you'll see all of those things. I think if you're a user of Bitcoin, you have to just very carefully decide what kind of Bitcoin bank do you want to deal with. And look, you could buy Grayscale Trust, GBTC, and you own some Bitcoin exposure, and you don't really have the hacking concern. Right. Or you can go the opposite extreme and you can memorize a 24-phrase seed key in your head, and you might forget phrase 23.
I've lost a few.
And then you lose it. So
I lost a few, Michael. I have a few on some old Macs. I'm trying to figure out how to crack. I've lost a few Bitcoins. Like, they were like $100 when I bought them. I'm like, going nuts.
I tend to think sometimes, you're a bigger risk to yourself than you might find that people will fall in love with the idea that, like, Apple gives you multi-signature with the iPhone, the Apple Watch, the biometric secure element in the cloud, and they might get comfortable with something like that, But it remains to be seen who's going to win the war. What you've got is Fidelity competing with Coinbase, competing with Square, competing with Trezor, competing with Ledger, competing with memorize the stuff in your head.
And finance,
And that's the market, and that's all fair, and it's fine. Yeah. And by the way, it's not even that there's one right answer, because if you're Mass Mutual and you want to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, you're not putting it on a Trezor or whatever. No. You don't have the ability. So there are flavors of money, and everybody's going to take a different approach to put their money into this asset.
Before we continue, help us by smashing that YouTube like button and subscribe now to this channel. This shows the algorithm that you value the information, and it helps us spread this message. Sharing is caring. Please like and subscribe now. Thank you. And now let's continue.
Makes sense. I saw Jim Cramer tweet, "Pay me in Bitcoin." Almost daily, I see professional athletes, NFL, NBA, pay me in Bitcoin. You just announced, I think a week ago, that your board of directors are going to get paid in Bitcoin. Do you think companies are going to adopt, whether it's 401 contribution or a mix of restricted stock options and getting paid in Bitcoin? Will companies, in order to attract talent, offer payments and compensation with cryptocurrencies? Yeah, and how was that conversation with your board when you told them? They must have been all clapping and high-fiving when you said that.
Well, the whole idea is Bitcoin is a savings account. It's a bank in cyberspace offering a simple, secure savings account. And that savings account has been yielding 200% tax-free interest for a decade, and this year it's doing more. So it's a good way to save money. The board was excited about it. If I have 200,000 in cash and I convert it to Bitcoin, if it goes up 20, 30, 40% a year, I mean, if it went up 1/10 of what it's been going up, it's still a million times better than my alternative of sitting in a bank savings account. Our employees are very enthusiastic about this. The next step for us is to roll out Bitcoin on-ramps and Bitcoin savings options for all of our employees. I think you're going to see an explosion of that. Everyone offering 401k savings plans and employee savings account. It's like the employee stock program for the decade. If I wanted to diversify, I can put my money into the company stock, but I would like to put my money into a thermodynamically sound money that's going to be appreciating. It's just a good retirement idea. And so it's a big opportunity, right? I think you're going to see an explosion in those in those finance products from insurance companies and fund companies and the like over the next 12 months.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.